heartbreak. So close yet so far. This figure of Rashid Khan being absolutely saddened and absolutely deflated is probably the most heartbreaking images that you can see in this Asia Cup 2023 encounter, because for majority of the match that they had against Sri Lanka at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, they dared to dream. They were on the cusp of achieving something spectacular, and it would have been so enormous that Afghanistan cricket would have seen brighter days. But one miscommunication and one lack of awareness has meant that Afghanistan have lost by the barest of margins by 2 runs to Sri Lanka. So, Sri Lanka have registered their 12th straight ODI win, which is their best streak ever. And they have also qualified for the Super Fours. Afghanistan, on the other hand, they were just 2 or 3 balls away from securing one of the best wins in their short history. But alas, they had a total meltdown and lack of miscommunication. In this video, I will tell you about the technicality that could have still saved Afghanistan. But the simple thing is, no one told them about it. So what exactly happened? Now remember, because Afghanistan had lost in a big way to Bangladesh, and even there they needed to score 30 more runs, then they would have not needed this net run rate situation at this time. Because Afghanistan had lost to Bangladesh, the equation for them was simple. They needed to chase down 292 in 37.1 overs. Remember, Bangladesh's net run rate was so secure that either of Sri Lanka or either of Afghanistan, they only could have gotten through. So, 292 in 37.1 overs. Such was the performance of Hashmatullah Shahidi, such was the brilliance of Mohammad Nabi, Zadran and Rashid Khan, that they got to within 3 runs of 1 ball. And remember, you look at the situation that was there in Lalaga's over, they hit 3 boundaries. They needed 3 runs, and that was why 3 runs were needed of 1 ball with 2 wickets to go. And the final over was going to be bowled by Dhananjay De Silva. But then what happened? They lost the game by 2 runs when one of their batters just holed out to long on. But even then, the situation could still have been saved. Afghanistan could very well have won had they known the slight technicality. So, what was the technicality? If they had missed the target of 292 in 37.1 overs, if that message had gone to them, they needed to be 295 in 37.4, which means although they would have lost that 37.1 spell, but they still had 3 balls, 6 runs to get. Everybody in the commentary box and in the backroom staff, they knew about it. The only problem, Afghanistan did not know about it. Neither the dressing room, either of the backroom staff and the analysts, no one knew of the equation, and they did not even tell it. So, Rashid or Mujib had to hit a 6 in the next 3 balls to qualify for the Super Fours. Mujib had gotten out in the first ball as he attempted a 6, but then he holed out to long on. Then, inexplicably, Fazal Haq Farooqi blocked the next 2 balls. Why? Because he was not told of the equation. Rashid Khan was absolutely dejected at the non-striker's end. But he also did not know the equation because they needed 6 in the next 3 balls. That was the problem. If Fazal Haq had just hit a single, Rashid would have known 5 needed of 2 balls. He could very well have done it. But no one told them the equation, and that is why Afghanistan lost by 2 runs. No one informed Afghanistan team of the equation. So the simple thing is, let me clear the confusion yet again. 289 for 8 in 37 overs. They needed 3 runs to win. But Mujibur Rahman lofted Dhananjay De Silva to long on. So you would have all thought that, okay, the match is over. 37.1, 289 for 9, Afghanistan are out. But in order to pip Sri Lanka's net run rate, they needed to hit a 6 in the next 3 balls. If they had opened their eyes, this was a repeat of the Mumbai versus Rajasthan Royals encounter at Wankhede Stadium in 2014. You remember that they needed 189 in 14.1 overs to win. But unfortunately, at 14.1, there was a run out and a tie happened. Now, if they had to pip Rajasthan Royals to the 4th spot, they needed to hit a 6 of the next ball. And Aditya Tare hit a 6 of James Faulkner to ensure that that match, 195, Mumbai Indians were through. And because of that, had Afghanistan's players known this, they would have communicated with the dressing room what happened. They could have still won it. But then you have this image. Rashid Khan absolutely dejected, and you have to feel for Afghanistan, their supporters. They were absolutely gutted. The images of their fans in disappointment, a young child crying, knowing that his or her dream has been shattered. It is truly, truly heartbreaking. Commiserations to Afghanistan, but they only have themselves to blame because there was no communication. Same thing, if you have to look at it, there is a mixture of one more match. Mujibur Rahman, he got out, but then Fazal Haq Farooqi blocked the next 2 balls. It was like Mark Boucher at Durban in the 2003 World Cup, where he just defended Muralidharan thinking that 229 was the winning score. It was the par score. And each and every moment you look at it, Sri Lanka have had a big, big way in this. And if you look at it, Sri Lanka, the way how Mohammad Nabi was playing in this match, you felt that it was a repeat of Virat Kohli's histrionics, his brilliance at Hobart in 2012. That said, the legend of Virat Kohli, Afghanistan could have had a legendary day, but it was not to be. So, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. These are your 4 Asian powerhouses. They are all in the Super 4s. 6th tomorrow is Pakistan versus Bangladesh, and on 9th onwards, all the other remaining Super 4 games are in Colombo. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.